Good morning, one and all. Esteemed dignitaries on this virtual platform, Dr. Vijay Joshi, Chief Consultant, RUSA Maharashtra, Dr. P.N. Pabrekar, Senior Consultant, RUSA Maharashtra, Resource Person, Dr. Vani Laturkar, Dr. Bharat Kangude, Dr. Deepak Nanavre, and Mr. Srihari Pingle, Principal of our college, Professor Dr. S.V. Rathod, and participants from various colleges from Maharashtra. On behalf of Bhavan Sadarimal Somani College of Arts and Science and Jairam Das Patel College of Commerce and Management Studies, I, Dr. Vijay Hille, heartily welcome you all this uh, sixth and the last day of our FDP on NAAC AQAR submission on the revised format, organized by our college in collaboration with RUSA Maharashtra. The resource person for today's session is Dr. Deepak Nanavre, and he is going to share with us the importance of effective documentation and procedure for AQR filling, which is extremely important in NAAC accreditation process. May I now request Dr. Deepak Nanavre to address the virtual gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Deepak sir, one request, please disable the annotation.
Okay, ma'am. Can you tell me?
Yes, from view option, you can see view option.
Yes, view.
One more is there. More on the bottom, on the top line.
Just,
Maybe the last.
yes, more.
Sir, no issue, sir. You can continue. We'll see this.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah. Disable annotations, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Shall we start now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Honorable Chief Consultant of RUSA, Joshi sir, Senior Consultant Pabrekar sir, the Principal of the Organizing College, Principal Dr. Rathod sir, Kangude sir, Srihari sir. At the same time, the uh, personality behind the show, who is managing the show with the team, Manjusha ma'am, Prakash sir, and dear participants. It gives me a high feeling of delight to have a dialogue or a discourse on the very important aspect of AQR filing process. And that aspect is none other than the effective documentation and procedure for filing AQR. Dear participants, as you can see on the screen, intentionally I have made one statement over here that documentation may lead us to accomplish excellence. And this statement is highly acceptable and that must be brought into reality in terms of filing the AQR every year, which is going to be mandatory for different types of what you call the accomplishment of the assessment and accreditation. Here we are going to specifically focus on the documentation. See now, first of all, instead of going directly to the documentation, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to talk on documents. What type of document and how to document, and simultaneously, what type of procedures we may follow or we may design at our institutional level when it comes to filing AQR or preparing or collecting or gathering documents for the process of AQR. As you can see, one more statement I would like to make in connection with quality culture, that process of documentation simultaneously procuring document, say storing or what you call retrieving document, and getting it or retrieving at the as and when we require it is a part of quality culture. See how the importance has been given to the process of documentation. These days, let me share one of the facts that since 6 days you have been listening to different aspects of the assessment and accreditation parameters given by NAAC, which started from procedures, then 1 to 7 criteria. Each and every criteria has been dealt extensively. And there, in each and every metric, you have realized that something or everything needs to be done, and we need to be active over there. And that's why what has happened, that sometimes there is a possibility that the say situation or mindset might be as same that you can see on the screen. Actually, what you call in Marathi, bagul bua, or what you call नॅकचं भूत, असंही काही डेरिगेटरी ट्रीटमेंट की नाही नॅकला जायचं ते भूत डोक्यावरती आहे. थोडस आपण स्टाफ रूम मध्ये कुठेतरी हे दिस सेंटेन्स पॉप्स इन और कम अक्रॉस. Actually, what has happened, we have created those fears larger than reality, and that's why this what I call fearful approach or fearful approach is leading to what you call discouragement of setting certain procedures, which is very practically can be practiced in our institutions. Now, as you can see, that NAAC is something difficult. NAAC is something not attainable, or if I'm working in IQAC, is going to be very difficult, or it is really time consuming. This has become now myth, because let me share out facts with you. In the new assessment and accreditation process, let it be SSR or let it be AQAR framework now, which is implemented, which is being going to be practiced from our side, it has got some kind of characteristics. And I would rather say that instead of thinking or considering it to be the difficult task or highly say difficult task or unattainable task, we would like to make it clear that NAAC or revised assessment and accreditation process, AQR filing process is not at all difficult, but remember, it has been made very objective, very transparent, systematic, and systematic in a sense that we have been introduced with the concepts of qualitative metrics as well as quantitative metrics. There is a high level of uniformity in it, and we have been provided with data sheets as well as standard operating procedures. And remember, this process is highly time bound. So if NAAC authorities or NAAC has given such kind of helping hand, even guidelines, quality culture, and simultaneously core values, why should it be some kind of a difficult process or burdening process for us? We have got number of ideas. We are highly fertile brains, and we have a lot of human resource at our institutional level. We have got, as I said, we have got high level of ideas. We have got number of plans with us. But now this new assessment and accreditation process, when it comes to documentation, we need to act now instead of just planning. We need to go for action. And that's why I would like to just recall one of the sentences or one of the statements made by Jacob Bronsowski, who says that we have to move from notions of words as wisdom to action as wisdom. This sentence, I think, carries a lot of gravity. Let our actions speak. In terms of documentation, whatever we do, because at institutional level, throughout year, we go for number of activities. We are highly dedicated teachers. We are highly dedicated team. But the only thing is that we need to go for action in terms of keeping proper documents. And if we are able to do that, why I'm stressing on the fact that yesterday Joshi sir made one of the statements. I would like to just recall that statement. It may sound derogatory or unacceptable over here. That in Marathi it is said, NAACच्या नवीन प्रोसिजर मध्ये सरळ सरळ एक वाक्य उपयोगाला येतं. And the same thing Joshi sir said, बाप दाखव अन्यथा श्राद्ध. If you are claiming something, if you are claiming for claiming, or if you are buzzing yourself that you carry quality culture, it needs to be documented, and not only documented but documented according to certain parameters and with certain procedures which needs to be remodified, re-established, or what you call upgraded to meet to the standard of quality culture mentioned or expected by NAAC Bangalore. So to achieve quality culture, we need to bridge gap between what? We bridge gap between myth of fear to the fact of documentation. And then we can have a smile on faces, because every document in terms of, let it be in terms of IIQA, AQAR or SSR, if at all we are planning for a good name and fame of our institution, setting certain benchmarks, this is going to be validated with very small activities, but planned activities and well-documented activities with prior planning and with what you call this pre-decided, predetermined and well-planned retrieval as well as presentation mode, and then we can have smiles on faces with accomplishment of quality culture in terms of good grades. Now, how are we going to prove our authenticity? That's what I was telling, that we need to go for presenting and providing satisfactory evidence. Let me share one of the examples that we conduct some program at our institution. And if I'm a coordinator, if program schedule is being revised, I have number of program sheets in my hand, and the same file, say for example, from giving letters, organizing program, giving notices, then letter of gratitude and everything, table program, everything is there, then feedback. Once the program is over, we need to remove those unnecessary papers, and we need to simultaneously, feedback is taken, we have to analyze that feedback and then compile it and compress it to only limited and required documents. And if unnecessary documents or unnecessary papers are lying over there, that becomes, and sometimes that becomes chaos, and there is a possibility or greater possibility that we may lose good number of papers which are must for claiming the proof. And that's why, if at all we would like to claim our authenticity and get success out of it, our evidence needs to be created through proper document. And this is what we are going to share throughout an hour. I'm going to have some kind of details because I'm going to take a review of all the 7 criteria that have been discussed extensively, but I'm going to briskly touch each and every metric over here within few minutes. So in terms of documentation, first question needs to be asked when you are going to document. What the question is going to be. In terms of documentation, ask question, first of all, why to document? Why to document? Answer is clear. Why? Because we would like to claim the authenticity. Secondly, when to document needs to be discussed. It means only one formula or the procedure cannot be implemented in terms of documentation at our institutional level. Remember. Why? Because every institution has got different administrative setup. It is your individual or what you call internal adjustment or internal procedures of management or work culture, what you call. So when it comes to the documentation of the IQAC related matter or the metric related documents or all the details, you need to think that when are you going to, means what is the frequency or how much time span are you going to consider or consume or give or provide to document, create that document. Next, what to document? I would say that what to document in terms of AQR or SSR, we need to consider or we need to go through the expected minimum parameters suggested by NAAC in the manual, because manual is a kind of a very important or self-explanatory document that gives stress on even minimum requirement. And I would say that standard operating procedures should be in the hand of each and every member of IQAC and authority of the institution. It should be on the table, because there we get, in terms of qualitative metrics and quantitative metrics, basically quantitative metrics are being explained, that what will not be accepted and what needs to be presented. Next, at our institutional level, one thing also should be clear, that who is to document that detail. Who is going to create the document? It means giving the responsibility. Giving the responsibility in a sense, this is not my work, this is not my task, I was not responsible. No, if you fix responsibility, that who is going to give which document, because we should know that for AQAR and for SSR, we need to collect documents from our office, specifically admission, and simultaneously not only admission but account section, then even scholarships. Then we need to collect documents from departmental heads, faculties, students, alumni, linkages created, means if different sections or different stakeholders with whom we are linked. So student is also one of the important factors in this. So here, who is going to collect those documents from these sources? And most importantly, how we are going to create these documents. So let us proceed further to have one of the factual pictures or possible factual picture at our institutional level. Is, is there any fact or any possibility that this type of atmosphere may be seen in our IQAC, that one colleague is shouting upon others for what? For sometimes a kind of a complaint, because this is a team activity, and team activity sometimes may be questioned because of certain lacunas in our documentation system. So what is that? What is that? That is, first of all, source of documentation is questioned. That document was to be procured by from somebody else, and we have been demanding document to somebody else. Then frequency. Teachers were supposed to submit that document on so and so date, and that was not being collected by that coordinator. Or there is a possibility that document may be repeated, it may be vague, a kind of a junk, no time bound submission, and retrieval may not be to the mark, and that's why there is a possibility that your loyalty of your hard work may be questioned. So to avoid this point of time, because what happens is, I would like to share one of the practical experiences my friend was telling, that he said that since the time I have taken up as IQAC coordinator, I'm requesting every other colleague, and these days I'm observing that whenever they watch me or they see me on the campus, they try to either avoid me or they change their paths or roads. It means there is a possibility that even sometimes, if your documentation system or systems or responsibilities are not fixed, sometimes you may be neglecting Herculean task for you. So to just touch theoretical aspect very briskly, we need to understand what are the guiding principles of documentation. First thing, documentation needs to be clear, concise, complete, contemporary, consecutive. It must be correct, comprehensive, collaborative, client-centered, and confidential as and when required. So remember, whenever we are going to go for documentation, we need to consider these points, that documentation must be clear and concise and complete. this word complete is going to be discussed from my side. How are we going to consider document to be clear, confidential, and collaborative done or completed with the collaborative attempt? So here I was telling you about the source of documents, and simultaneously what type of documents. Remember, whenever we are considering all seven criteria, we need to consider the fact that not every metric demand to design some kind of document. Some documents are ready. There are many documents. I am going to give you number also. Which metric you find or which document you get ready. Which document or the document that is going to be ready beforehand without you doing anything. You have, as an AQAC personnel, you need to design your system for timely collection of that document, because well in time, well in advance, that document should be ready with you in hand. And second, documents, those are to be prepared as per policies and procedures and internal mechanism or the programs that are services that you are providing to stakeholders on behalf of your institution. That also I'm going to discuss, touching each and every metric. So I have done a small task for you, which may be helpful for you, that which document, this is not a watertight compartment, but till then just remember, as I was telling you, that some documents are ready document. For example, if you touch to the part A, then I'm going to move on to part B. Part A, for example, you have got in your office ready your affiliation letter, then registration letter, what you call all the statutory documents. Now, is there any necessity that you design the document? No, but IQAC should have the mechanism. IQAC should have mechanism to have in their custody all the affiliation letters, or if you have permanent affiliation letter, okay. But time and again, if there are some kind of revisions or registrations or additional program or any other affiliation or any other statutory data, for example, the extension or additional strength, and these days, even if we have got some number, approved number or approved intake number, every year our institute go for additional 10%, 20%, and then the approval letter is received by the university. So all the statutory letters, they must be in the custody of IQAC coordinator in separate file, physical file, as well as properly scanned and attested by principal. It must be made one compartment. How it can be saved or stored electronically, I'm going to discuss it, taking into consideration practical examples given by even Kangode sir and Shrihari sir. But till then, just remember, all statutory letters, let it be government or university approvals, you have got UGC 2F 12B, if your college is in CP, College with Potential for Excellence, DBT, or any other certification or approval. Then regarding your infrastructure, regarding your infrastructure, plans, trust registration, then bills, receipts, everything is readily available. Then sanction strength, enrollment, appointments. Now, appointment, in connection with appointment, suppose for example, there are management approved posts. Every year approvals are given. So make it a point that every year you need to decide your frequency of collecting those documents from your office to IQAC custody. Then your accreditation status, policy documents, budget and statements of account, then stock registers. I'm going to come to these points in detail, because these points are very important point, that how we can design our files, also how we can distribute our documents in dividing our files without creating any mess. When it comes to creating document, there are number of lists you have realized now within 6 days. Within 6 days, we have realized number of list of teachers, list of students, list of scholarship holders, list of activities, then descriptions, as I told you, that policies, audits, output, income, output or outcome, then photographic evidences. You have scanned documents, you have data sheets for QL, QN, then it's analysis. And one more important point, that everything is becoming now these days, that is outcome based. Whatever activity you organize, you go for outcome, that is taking feedback. Not only feedback on curriculum, which is mentioned in criterion 1, but here activity or effect or outcome of the activity that was organized. So remember that whatever activity is conducted, you need to design now design or prepare what is the outcome of that activity, giving in all the details. And one more term needs to be a part of your documentation process, that ATAR. ATR. What is ATR? That is action taken report. Action taken report. Suppose if you have taken a feedback, what is action being taken? Then all types of say documents like enrollment, examination, placement and progression, surveys and feedback. Now, for time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to briskly touch upon the documents. And can you see, my God, ready type of document, how many metrics I have considered over here? PG manual of AQAR. I have enlisted 38 metrics where you will get ready document in hand. IQAC's role is just to check documents, whether the documents are correctly forwarded to you, and the documents are properly scanned and then properly stored and collected within a time. What are they? From criterion 1, I have rather separated those things. What are they? One is participation of teachers in curriculum. See, now every year our colleagues participate. So decide first of all, in that particular academic year, when are you going to and how many times are you going to collect this document from your teacher, and how they should submit the document and to whom they should submit the document. IQAC's role is just putting on circular, giving giving them alert. Suppose, for example, if you do it before end of academic year, there is a possibility that academic year may continue for 3 to 5 months later on, and there is a possibility that you may miss out the document. So it is a part. I'm not going to suggest foolproof solution, because this is going to be your internal adjustment at your institutional level. But as far as teachers' participation in curriculum, you need to just collect that document. For example, CBCS structure. Office receives CBCS, because if you are affiliated college, CBCS circular, and that circular needs to be collected by IQAC every year. Then I have clubbed 132 and 133. Why? Because these two metrics documents are going to be complementary to one another. Experiential learning in the syllabus and students taking up the projects. Now, where experiential learning is prescribed, what is NAAC's expectation? Read manual carefully, read SOBs carefully. Papers or the course that we teach should be, or whatever projects have been taken up, they should be a part of curriculum, your syllabus. So whenever every year, whatever if the syllabus is revised, we need to work upon just fact that is the syllabus revised. One, if it is revised, what are the papers where the projects are being prescribed, and the just collection of the syllabus in time by IQAC, and students studying or students taking up that particular paper, that is course, needs to be enlisted. And here one more documentation is missed over here. We go on giving just list. No, IQACs, please just remember, not only list of the students, those who are taking up the project, but their completion certificates and their projects must be procured at the proper place. Make it a point. So your role is just giving the what you call the completeness to the document. So completeness to the document and collecting it or getting into custody in the time. Now I have clubbed 211 and 212. What are they? They are lists. They are lists. What type of list? One, first of all, number of students or number of intake capacity, enrollment number, sanctioned enrollment number. And secondly, number of students admitted. Then 212 is about what? Is about the student segregation of the same list into different categories as prescribed by the NAAC, prescribed by not NAAC but government policy, that is reservation policy. Now it means 211 and 212. If you try to if you collect the information from the office in the form of Excel sheet, which is readily available over there. But yesterday itself, I mentioned one of the possibilities that this information should be tallied to the information available, or what you call subject register, number with subject register, number with the admission or fee collection center, and simultaneously to the scholarship section. So documentation is already there. You just collect it. Next is 232. What is it? ICT enabled tools for teaching. Now, whatever is being purchased, it is available. So IQAC again needs to design their own internal adjustment, that when are you going to get updated list of our additions to ICT, and what is the source that you are going to, whether you are going to go for the collection of documents as a part of your system to the store section or the purchase section or to your account section. But here, remember, ICT enabled tools, their bills and their screenshots of interface are must. So whenever you collect document, don't go for partial documents. You need to just go for the completeness. This is what time and again I am repeating. What next? Grants from government and non-government agencies. Now, every year we receive letter. Our role is again collection of those details, sanction letters and actual amount received proofs. And whenever you receive those letters, make it a point that you highlight the amount, year and date, and then get it sanctioned. Suppose, for example, in 312, research guide recognition. If try to check or try to get information that which department faculty has been newly recognized as guide. Now, when it comes to recognition, we need to understand fact that not only guide recognition, but other research guides, those who are guiding their students at your institutional level, their students, newly students might be registered. Secondly, some students might have been awarded with PhD degree. So, but natural recognition letter, simultaneously PhD student allotment letters, and then if the PhD is allotted, their declaration letter. Same is the case with 313. Say all these things, 311, 313 needs to be again considered in terms of what? In terms of what you call the letters which we receive for a kind of for funding purpose to our institution. Okay, so here try to understand the number of PhDs already I have told you. In 332, 333, it is related to publication. As we collect documents from research, documents related to research, here we just need to prepare our system or establish our system, either papers published in research journals and books published or chapters published and conference proceeding. Here, one problem is always being faced by IQAC coordinator, that our faculty members go on submitting their publications, but care list number, care list screenshot simultaneously linked to the relevant website is not being submitted by the staff members or our colleagues sometimes, and there we may not get the what you call the claim accepted. So make it a point that you collect these documents. Then extension award, here in 342, extension awards may not be considered individual award. So remember what is required. So your document should not carry junk over there. It should be very clear. Then 411 and 412, why did I club? Because these are related to physical facilities in terms of teaching, cultural and sports. Now, all types of physical facilities, their sizes, measurements, everything needs to be there in the custody. You need to just set up one committee and get hold of parameters, sizes, the plan, and most important is that the new parameter or revised process demands the Google or what you call geotag photographs of all the facilities. So you need to go for the facilities, then photographs, geotag photographs of it, and related documents. Then ICT enabled classrooms. If there is anything added during the year, IQAC should be vibrant and functional and alert for procuring those documents from the concerned section, whichever is the system in your institution. Now I'm going to club what documents related to expenditure you are going to procure. First, infrastructure augmentation expenditure. Then 412, which is related to library and knowledge research center, integrated learning management system, then e-resource subscription, purchase of journals and book expenditure, IT facility and Wi-Fi expenditure, and then student computer ratio as well as bill. It means all types of expenditure is going to be required. The bills simultaneously, your budget as well as your audited sheet, where you have highlighted and certified simultaneously certification of your the auditor that this much amount has been spent, and wherever e-resources are required, certainly screenshot of interface is required. Then bandwidth expenditure. Not only this expenditure, but we need to consider maintenance. See, now day before yesterday, this point was extensively discussed, that whether it is a maintenance or augmentation. So I need not explain that. One more head, that is e-governance, expenditure and interface. So these claims need to be proved with the documents that I told you earlier, that everywhere, if it is expenditure, you need to have audit budget as well as bills, and simultaneously you may be demanded the stock register entry of the entry. So IQACs, you need not create anything. These are readily available documents in your different sections of your institution. Still, I am on the heading that is readily available document. So I was telling you that financial support to teachers, again, you need to create, if you ask your say account section, they provide you the list, amount, and its proof, and the documents reflecting, or the audited sheets reflecting how the amount issued to teachers as a part of financial support. Now, most important part is that here, although documents are ready, if at all you want to work on this, more and more supporting, or what you call complementing statements, you may go for developing your institutional policies and procedures. For example, the infrastructure maintenance policy and procedure, then financial support policy and procedure. So likewise, those policies, if they are approved, this is going to be additional contribution of IQAC, which is supported by these documents. Now, audits also, then grants and funds and mobilization of funds. So what are the sources of the funds? Then what is your mobilization policy? Same, higher management or top management decides the policy, and accordingly we have audits. The problem is that what happens if we distribute different different key indicators to different teachers in a scattered manner, haphazard manner. What happens is different teachers go and different teachers visit our account section and they demand same thing. Now, account section responsible, who is responsible for providing the audited sheet and scanned copy of it, he may argue, or he may not be ready to give the document with the only one statement. Already, I have handed over this document to XYZ. Why are you demanding same? Or already 3 or 4 people have taken it up, and why are you again asking for the same document? So make it a point that once you have received the document, it is being utilized for the addressing claim of different metrics. That's why I would just require, while you are procuring documents, try to club the common documents, common metric where same documents are being needed or are required, because there is an interlinking. For example, the ICT as well as say physical infrastructure or ICT infrastructure, sometimes it is required in criterion 5 as well as criterion 2. So does it mean that we have created, say, criteria-wise committee and different criteria people are not interconnected? So before you create your documentation system or documentation procuring system, my suggestion would be to club these points together, give awareness to to colleagues or our friends, those who are actually or what you call actively involved or practically involved in our system, where these interconnections are available. So little bit, a small kind of R&D is required, taking into consideration our institutional setup and human resource that is being available with us. So the most coming out of it, I would like to focus on certain aspects from the remaining criteria, where you can get readily available document from 511 and 512. What are they? They are related to government and non-government scholarships. This is also readily available. You need to just recheck and procure it in timely manner. And most important, that document may get a question from the source you have collected. Sometimes what happens is the practical experience you also might have at institutional level. The person who is responsible for collection of admission fee, the candidate might have taken admission under certain category, but he might not have filled in the scholarship form. So there is a possibility of mismatch. So why I'm repeating these practical problems, because sometimes we need to go for rethinking or rechecking source of document from where we are going to collect that document. That's why I just mentioned one of the points or one of the problems that may occur. 522 deals with student progression, readily available, because those who have taken those who have went for those who have taken up TCs, transfer certificates, and those who have promoted to from UG to PG, certainly available. You need to just give them format and get the document. Then students clearing different types of civil examinations. What is the system that we have designed to collect these readily available documents? Now 531 and 532 regarding sports and cultural awards and students participation. Now yesterday Shrihari sir was mentioning that students participation in different activities or number of what you call extension activities organized by the institution. This data is large, number of students participation. So we need to decide what policy are we going to adopt, and how that data is going to be entered, because there are number of activities we go on organizing, and problem is that some documents are not being say reflected. Yes, ma'am. I unmuted myself. Yes. So some documents, there is a possibility that some documents, some programs are missing from the list, and suddenly somebody who is just going through the annual report which we publish in the in the form in this thing, our magazine also, they suddenly remembers that this should not happen with us. This should not happen with us. So there is a requirement of some point, some person who is good at Excel sheet or taking up inventories. And Google Drives, I'm going to, or retrieving space, virtual spaces, I'm going to talk upon. But till then, I just remember that you need to decide first of all policy, that how are you going to maintain these entries. Then faculty development programs and orientation programs and refresher programs. Every year teacher goes, then collection of those documents, then alternate energy sources. So these are the documents, what you call the readily available document here as an IQAC personnel or IQAC coordinator or at institutional level. You can you can consider this list. This is not what you call foolproof, but as a matter of just giving you an idea that how we can coordinate team for just collection of readily available documents. Now, I would like to just focus to some extent on the next point, that is creating document and what is the role of IQAC and the institutional what you call establishment and day-to-day process, or what you call overall system that we are going to be functionally activate or practice. So what I have done is I have considered 47 key indicators over here. Previously, I have enlisted. You have seen. I had enlisted the metrics or questions that can help you in readily available with the help of the readily available document. But the role of IQAC is more visible or more clear over here. What is that? In metric 111, 122, 251, 252, 263. What is this? These are related, first of all, designing academic calendar. Now, academic calendar and simultaneously other calendar, that is your institutional continuous internal evaluation. See, combinedly I have discussed. So academic calendar and CIE should go in hand. Then your curriculum delivery. How are you going to consider this particular point? Then IQAC needs to design plan and suggest to the institution that what are you going to be consider as a part and parcel of your curriculum delivery. Like say academic planning, your academic calendar that is planning simultaneously what type of pedagogy method, how are you going to record, like teacher diary, then teaching plan, then internal test, then departmental meetings and everything. It means academic planning, there is a direct question on your curriculum delivery, because being affiliated colleges, as you are already aware, that we are responsible for curriculum delivery. Now, how you go further for different types of courses, let it be add-on courses or certificate courses. So for certificate course, for example, I'm going to have a discussion, but till then just remember your internal assessment, exam givers mechanism and the result. How are you going to process? You need to create document that IQAC can have a documentary support to teacher, that yes, these are the listed documents that every department needs to submit during that particular hour through this point, and then a retrieval. Now, let me come back to 122, that is add-on and certificate courses. Now, add-on and certificate courses, how you prepare proposal, how it is approved by your governing council or CDC, then what type of or the forms students have filled in, students those who have taken up the list of the students, then fees deposited, then syllabus, then their test, certificate issued, and the number of students. Everywhere number of students is being asked. If you claim X amount, X number of programs, then number of students. So if the add-on and certificate program head comes, you need to enlist the papers that you require to be preserved and submitted. For example, then the day-wise discuss topics, all details, and then even feedback also may be taken up, that how far. Now, cross-cutting issue, whenever there is a revision in the syllabus, you need to design your calendar that according to the heads given in the metric, you need to go for the sheet and circulate it to the every department, and through departmental heads needs to be given alert that they collect the collect these issues, and they are well documented in the IQAC custody. Then again, feedback. First of all, design your feedback policy. Then questions in feedback. Don't follow blindly. Now, feedback, as you said, as I said, that feedback related questions are there in two metrics. What 141 and 142. What is it? Feedback taken, then feedback taken from different stakeholders. It is analyzed and it is uploaded on our website, and then action taken. So from feedback, designing feedback policy, then designing feedback form, feedback on syllabus, feedback on curriculum delivery. So employability related question, completion of syllabus, then using different pedagogy, then ICT, everything can be worked upon it, and feedback needs to be analyzed. Now it is your internal part that whether you are going to take the manual feedback or offline or online. If you take online feedback, the work is very smart work. Reason is that, and better I would suggest the concept of dynamic website that Kangode sir was focusing, that IQACs or sorry institutions website needs to be dynamic or at the point or at the function that it should be frequently updated, and all the happenings or all the activities must be uploaded. So here we can have feedback tab on our institutional website. The link may be circulated.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait,
Hello,
wait for
Deepak
some
sir.
time. We will join. Wait for some time. We will join.
Yes,
with
sir.
you. Don't worry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in the meanwhile, Dr. Ganesh Hegde has entered the room. Welcome, Dr. Ganesh Hegde, sir. Namaskar.
Hegde sir, namaste.
Bindu madam. Hello, Bindu madam. Kindly
Yes, I
unmute
had made.
Dr. Hegde. Yeah, okay.
नमस्ते
Namaste,
नमस्ते
sir.
Hegde sir,
Namaste,
namaste.
sir.
नमस्ते विजय जोशी साहब नमस्ते
कैसे हैं sir?
ठीक हूँ सर ठीक
Wonderful, wonderful.
Good morning, Hegde sir.
नमस्ते राठौर साहब
कैसे हैं सर आप?
ठीक हूँ सर ठीक
Sir, thank you and welcome, sir,
थैंक यू
for our this 6 days FDP program.
सर
For the participants' knowledge, I would just like to inform you that Dr. Ganesh Hegde, advisor NAAC Bengaluru, has obliged us by accepting our request to be the chief guest for the valedictory function, and he has joined us now. So on behalf of Bhavan Sazarimal Sumani College of Arts and Science and Jairamdas Patel College of Commerce and Management Studies, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to him and welcome him on this virtual platform. Thank you, sir, for joining.
थैंक यू
Madam, can you check with him? Call him and check with him what.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Sir, none of Deepak sir joined.
Yes,
Acha.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
okay.
Continue.
Is my screen visible?
Not started
no,
yet, sir.
No, no. I think you'll have to put it again.
Yes, sir.
Hegde ji, namaste.
नमस्ते पब्रेकर साहब नमस्कार
Namaste.
Hegde sir, namaskar. Good morning.
नमस्ते नानावले साहब
Deepak here. Shall I continue?
Yeah, please continue.
Yes, thank you. So I was.
You have got 10 minutes now.
Yes, sir. I shall wind it up. Yes, no issues. Thank you. So, dear participant, I was focusing on the fact that previously we dealt with what are the documents that are readily available, and in detail I was trying to tell you what type of documents we need to create to give the sense of completeness of the document as per expectations made by the or as per expectations given by the NAAC, specifically in standard operating procedure. What is going to be accepted and what may not be accepted. So here I was talking to you about the mentoring scheme, designing of the policy, then our forms, then how far, what is our frequency? What is our frequency? Rathod sir, there is
sir, bola sir.
There is a sound from your
Oh,
side.
sir, sorry, sir.
So the points related to mentoring, writing COPO, then PSOs and their mapping policies, then innovation and ecosystem related to research methodology and IPR. Further, we need to go for consideration of all these metrics where we need to design our policy, and IQACs will have to prepare their own documentation setup which needs to be circulated and discussed among our teachers for the purpose of uniformity of the information, clarity in the information, clarity of purpose, clarity of thought, and simultaneously clarity of number as well as. So I have touched upon this 3, 4, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2 over here, that is student representations in various bodies. Various bodies, yesterday, a day before yesterday, Sri Hari sir has in detail pointed out that on which institutional bodies you have given representation to your students. And naturally, the cells or the bodies list as well as their meeting book as well as their minute book, and most important is that output and what role did they play. It must be made clear. Simultaneously, alumni role and their contribution, I have clubbed 541 and 542 over here to prepare alumni setup, their responsibilities, how to go for contribution. This is institutional internal adjustment, how far you involve your past students in your developmental measures or policies. Here 611, 612, 621, like vision mission statements, how vision mission statement and their decentralization, participation and perspective plan, which is already discussed. So whenever you are preparing documents, make it a point that club commonalities together. Wherever there are common documents required, instead of making mess up over there, repeatedly I'm trying to tell that these metrics can be clear and documents can be made as what you call complete or holistic document, trying to say accept our claim that we have claimed at our institutional level. So these are the metrics I have pointed out or I have enlisted for you, that where IQAC needs to play vibrant role or active role in institutionalizing quality culture at our institutional level, taking into consideration the human resource and the system that is available with us. The mode and frequency needs to be discussed. I repeat, mode and frequency needs to be discussed. But till then, just remember, for example, I would like to mention one of the examples from 18-19 academic year. We have had organized, and for every program, we try to maintain this record. So in academic calendar, there was a point that counseling cell activity. And one of the sessions we had organized on cyber crime awareness. So for example, notice was issued from notice for just a single program. See, letters were issued and we have received their stamp also, because this program was in association with Police Commissioner Office of Solapur. Then after program, we had issued the letter of gratitude to them, and then we had taken feedback of, the attendance of the students of that particular program, and this is signed finally by the principal and coordinator of the function. Then we have taken feedback of that activity from each and every student. For that particular activity, one question was open-ended question, and there we got idea about organizing next activity on behalf of the cell. We have kept record of, and these are the analyzed report of it. Geotag photographs are there, and captions have been later on made. And here, finally, we have kept the report of the activity, giving all the details. And this report is generated or prepared by whom? By coordinator, and submitted to IQAC through principal. For example, name of the activity is mentioned, then organizing committee, date, time is mentioned. Proposal is not written, but later on we ask coordinator to submit it. Core member, for whom activity was organized, then what was the objective, number of student participants. See here, if I claim now 128, automatically I have 128 signatures over there, because coordinator of that activity has worked for it. So outcome and of activity is listed on the basis of feedback, and then tick mark has been made. What are all details have been attached with the document, and it is certified. And finally, at IQAC level, we have numbered the activity, and it is certified. And then finally, it means every document or the event, when you try to give the complete report, all these details that are enlisted over here, including ATR, that is action taken report, and authentication signature, needs to be given. So all of you know that what are the different modes of submission of the document. They may be in the form of figures, words, then uploading PDFs, combining together and uploading the information to website, photographs with geotag, and small videos of the activities which you have uploaded on your institutional website. So I would like to just focus on this particular necessity, that documentation should be made as a habit. Then documentation change adoption should be our culture. Then documentation change management. We need to rethink and rework on the management system of our document. And then most important is that whatever proforma IQAC is going to hand over, before you submit or before you prepare, make it a point that all required and necessary points are being enlisted or being mentioned over there, and simultaneously they are communicated to our teachers or the concerned coordinators, those who are there working for collection and maintenance or preparing the document. And then finally, documentation mechanism, that's what I was focusing, that frequency and flow of submission needs to be finally. So this is what in nutshell, crux of what I tried to communicate to you. First of all, then what is the availability of the document? What is the source of the document? And then what is the procedure from coalition, procuring to coalition to creating folders, then storage retrieval, and then uploading, and then indexing, first of all, whether you are going to do it on the basis of criterion or on the basis of key indicators or on the basis of metric. But remember, this must be identified procedure, benchmark procedure at our institutional level, because finally you may not turn into the mess or what you call disturbing the atmosphere. So here is the geotag. I need not explain that because of constraint of time, but just finally, I would like to show some of the examples within a minute or two. That suppose, for example, assessment, I had promised that I would show some of the documents. Say, for example, on part of IQAC, to each and every teacher for every course subject, every course we have designed this particular mechanism. Whoever is working on e-mode or what you call good at Excel sheet, we have given Excel sheet, but finally we have made it a process that entry level marks, then class test, activity pass, classroom response. There we have given 20% internal what you call modification permission, and then finally teacher goes for ranking the student without disclosing it to other students, finally leading to different programs. Simultaneously, for mentoring also, we have designed this form, taking into consideration their past record, simultaneously 3 to 4 major areas related to academic and curriculum related issues. And this is how we go for filling in the form. And finally, at the end of the year, overall remarks by the mentor and signature of mentee, mentor, and finally principal and IQAC coordinator, and then it is analyzed. So there is a need from one-to-one document to the data, that is data collection, to data analysis, to report generation, and then action taking. This is the need of the thing. So data retrieval, I did not speak. I just would like to finally utter out the suggestion from my point of view, after having a dialogue for more than 70 minutes, that for generating document and giving a sense and smell of acceptable, complete document with clarity to accept our claim without going for DBB or what you call additional changes. We need to have a team with good planning. Sufficient time needs to be given. It is a kind of a continuous work, continuous system needs to be designed with excellent communication. And IQAC coordinators, please remember, you have to shoulder responsibility with cool head and a sweet tongue, because all our colleagues are highly dedicated. We need to get done those activities and collect those documents with sweet tongue, as it is said. And that's why we need to help them wherever they lack. That it means we need to think of giving helping hand to documents if the things are not clear to them. Why? Because your document is going to help institution as a backbone of AQAR. And before you present document, do not forget to check standard operating procedures and all the documents which are being updated sometimes by the NAAC, and they are readily available on NAAC website. Simultaneously, you organize them properly, prepare them, and it should be ready. All the documents, let it be in PDF, they must be chronologically bound as well as attested, certified by the principal, your higher authority, so that you can accomplish excellence with the help of proper document and documentation procedure. This is what from my side. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable inputs. I'm sure your insights will be definitely help all of us in maintaining documentary records and preparing AQAR in the revised format. I now request Dr. Manjusha Patwardhan and Dr. Varsha Malla to moderate the question answer session.
Thank you, Hile sir. A very good afternoon to one and all. Sir, I'm taking some questions from the chat box of Zoom. From criterion 2.1.1, there is a query. Enrollment is considered for first year of program or for all the students, like for all the years?
Srihari sir, for time being, can
you please repeat the question, because I could not get the first letter.
Even I could not follow you.
Sir, enrollment is considered for first year of program or for all the students, for all the years? Enrollment.
It is for total enrollment in that academic year, not at the entry level, the total enrollment for that academic year in the institution.
So for all the 3 years, if it is a 3 years course.
Varsha madam, it is as per the question which is being asked. There are several points where the question is asked, whether in the beginning of the first year or whether it is total. So as per the question sir, which is asked, we must write that kind of a number.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Can we take research guide recognition as a new program?
Research guide recognition as the
new program. Program.
Most important, not only just recognition guide, but your institute must be recognized as research center by your affiliating university.
Yes.
Okay. If you are, and according to new UGC norm, if you don't have PG, post-graduation at your institute, you are affiliated or attached to either university or some PG, which to your institution. I hope so.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, please explain extension awards. Can you please throw some light on extension awards again, sir?
Where is, sir, your area?
Yeah, I would not say my area. We all are working for all the seven criteria. Yeah, extension awards is like awards to the institution pertaining to activities carried out by the institution. Here, what needs to be noted is, as has been discussed already in criterion 3 by Dr. Kangude, is that individual awards for extension activities may not be counted by NAAC. Therefore, they need to be the institutional awards for extension activities that they have carried out.
Yes, sir. I would just request, because almost each and every question
has been question, please.
So I think what we should do now is, I think
related to documents.
Madam, what we should do is we should not go for each and every question now, because our honorable chief guest is waiting. So we must start the validatory function, and if required, we can take an extension of the question and answer session thereafter. Because I think my very good friend, Dr. Hegde, has joined 15 minutes before the scheduled time. And now it is a time, so we must start that validatory function before.
Yes.
Yeah, no
Yes,
problem.
Yes.
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 Joshi sir. Joshi sir.
So,
Vasha madam.
yes, sir.
Yes, clarification is required because at the institution level, ना principal से ज़्यादा जानकारी IQAC coordinator को होना चाहिए, ना तो when the clarification comes, principal look about the IQAC coordinator and IQAC look about the principal, ना so my request is that yes, जैसा आपने entry level में admission के बारे में पूछा है, every first year if you take it, there the same student is going to second year, third year, है ना that is one level, and second is 2-year program, and even it's a 2-year program, the first entry level if you take, the same student will be there for the second year, na? So if it is enters in this 16-17, same data will be there for the student for the 17-18, na? So these 2 years he will be there. So if it is a BA program, then he will be there 3 years. So accordingly, you can look into the entry level for the admission. That is the, if you look into it, because the question asks about the average percentage. Na? When it is average, it is a 5-year data. If it is a percentage, it is a 1-year data. If it is a number, it is a 1-year data. See, you have to see the question, which question if you tell accordingly we can.
Okay, so as per respected Joshi sir's suggestion, I think we can begin with the valedictory function now. So taking the proceedings of the FDP forward, we officially begin with the valedictory function. As you all know, right from day one of this faculty development program, Dr. P.N. Pabrekar sir has been with us. Dr. Pabrekar does not need any introduction, and at the same time, it is a Herculean task to summarize in brief the amount of work he has done in the field of higher education. Also, Dr. Pabrekar prefers to work from behind the curtain, and I may be reprimanded after the session for taking the liberty of introducing him. Dr. Pabrekar has a rich experience of working in the field of education since the past 40 years. He retired as the principal of ICLES Motilal Jhunjhunwala College, Navi Mumbai. And after his superannuation in 2018, he joined Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, Government of Maharashtra, as a senior consultant. He has been a member of the peer team visit and appointed as an assessor by the NAAC, and has visited various states like Kerala, West Bengal, Bihar, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and many more. Dr. Pabrekar has worked in the capacity of the Director of the Department of Student Welfare, University of Mumbai, and as the Coordinator of the NSS Unit, University of Mumbai. Sir has also worked as the State Liaison Officer and OSD, Department of Higher and Technical Education, Mantralaya, Government of Maharashtra, and in charge State Coordinator, Quality Assurance Sale, Government of Maharashtra. We are indeed fortunate to work under his guidance throughout this FDP. I now request Dr. P.N. Pabrekar to give his comments on this FDP. Over to you, Pabrekar, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Manjusha, Madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Honorable Chief Guest for the validity program, our good friend, Dr. Ganesh Ji Hegde, Advisor of NAAC Bangalore, Principal Dr. Vijay Joshi, Chief Consultant of RUSA Maharashtra, Shri Mukulji Sonawala, the Trustee of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and Chairperson Governing Body of the College, Principal Dr. Rathod, Dr. Manjusha Patwardhan, the IQAC Coordinator, all the esteemed research persons who have contributed a lot in this during this FDP and who have been helping the RUSA Maharashtra, Professor Vani Laturkar, Dr. Nanavre, Dr. Bharat Kangude, Dr. Shrihari Pingle, all the principals of the and the IQAC coordinators of the various colleges. Thank you very much that you are all be here. And let me just take only 5 minutes because I know that we have to listen to Dr. Hegdeji, and he has been specially invited by RUSA. So on behalf of RUSA, I welcome you, sir, once again to this FDP. And on behalf of all the participants who are here, for the information to you, sir, there are participants from the mentor-mentee colleges under Paramacha scheme. There are on an average about 500 participants have been listening every day. There are many more also attached or associated with this YouTube. They are watching YouTube. Almost the number is about 500 and so. And then our intention was that we have, as you are aware, that we are conducting a number of NAAC awareness programs in the entire state of Maharashtra. But then after taking the review meetings of Paramarsha and also after conducting the NAAC awareness program, Principal Dr. Vijay Joshi and myself, we came to know that we had to now take up the programs which will be NAAC related, but a theme-based program. Like one of the programs which is going on right now, that is on especially on the AQAR submission on the revised format. And we have already conducted a number of different programs on the intellectual property rights and also on the autonomy awareness, also on understanding national education policy, on about the curriculum design, and many more programs. But then still there are a number of things in the want of number of participants, and the participating colleges have been requesting us. We are designed and will be upcoming with number of different programs. And this, what we do at RUSA, we identify the colleges like Bhavans College, which we are doing right now. And there are a number of colleges in Maharashtra who would like to get associated with RUSA, even though they have already been conducting a number of programs with the NAAC Bangalore. And it's good that NAAC always permits the good programs and helping. We are aware that your contribution for the Western region of the, as far as the NAAC is concerned, that you have been always supportive to the state of Maharashtra, and that continuous support has really given a good number of NAAC assisted accredited colleges. The Bhavans College has already conducted the programs with us along with RUSA. One of the program was webinar for principals, especially on the theme called as New Principals as Visionary. And many principals of the University of Mumbai has benefited out of it. Then especially one of the program was also conducted by students. It was titled as Invest Today, Enjoy Life Forever. That was a career guidance program to the students of arts, science and commerce. Then a special program on the patent writing and intellectual property rights. Then teaching and technology, and many more programs were conducted by this Bhavans College. We are looking for number of programs that Principal Joshi will be covering up that part because we have already discussed a lot on that. But then
Abrekar sir,
taking much of time without taking much of time.
Sir, sorry, I am interrupting. Our trustee and chairman of governing body, so Mukulji Sonawala has joined, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mukulji Sonawala ji.
Sonawala
sir.
Yes.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, sir. On behalf of RUSA and on behalf of RUSA and NAAC, we welcome you to this program. Thank you very much for taking out your time and joining this program. We have with us our honorable chief guest for the Validity program, Dr. Ganesh Hegdeji, who will be delivering his lecture and guiding all the participants. And before that, I think we will be happy to listen from you so that it will be a good kind of thing. So over to Madam Manjusha, please. Let us not waste time, please. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Reena madam, I invite you to introduce our respected trustee of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Shri Mukulji Sonawala.
Thank you, Manjusha madam. A very good afternoon to one and all. It is indeed my proud privilege to introduce Shri Mukulji Sonawala, sir. Sir is a trustee of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, an institution of repute founded in 1938 by Kulapati K.M. Munshiji with support from Mahatma Gandhi ji. The trust programs through its 119 centers in India, 7 centers abroad, and 367 constituent institutions. It operates a number of educational institutions in India and abroad at the level of primary, secondary, and higher education. Shri Sonawala, sir, is also the chairperson of a governing body of Bhavans Hazarimal Somani College of Arts and Science and Jairam Das Patel College of Commerce and Management Studies. Sir, we are indeed blessed to have you amongst us today. I now request Shri Mukulji Sonawala, sir, to address the virtual gathering. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Good morning to all.
Good morning.
Respected Ganesh Hegde ji, Advisor NAAC Bangalore, Office Bearers of Rashtriya Uchkaran Shiksha Abhiyan, Dr. Vijay Joshi, Chief Consultant, RUSA, Maharashtra. Dr. P.N. Prabhakar, Senior Consultant, RUSA, Maharashtra, Resource Person of the Faculty Department Program, Dr. Vani Laturkar, Dr. Bharat Kangude, Dr. Deepak Nanavare, and Sri Harihari Pingle, Principal of our college, Dr. S.V. Rathod, IQAC team, and dear participants. I have been given to understand that this week FDP is organized jointly with RUSA, Maharashtra, as a trustee of the Bharati Vidya Bhavan, chairperson of the governing body of Bhavanimal Dhaleji College, of Jairam College of Commerce and Management Studies. I thank RUSA for giving you this opportunity. The theme of this faculty program, NAAC AQAR submission in the advised form, is a very relevant today as it is mandatory for colleges to get accreditation of the NAAC. I am sure that the inputs from the renowned resource person will be befitting all the participants. The key objects of RUSA are to improve access, equity, and equality in the higher education, though planned development of higher education of state level, and the college has been fortunate to get us the opportunity to collaborate with RUSA in order to achieve these objectives through FDP. I am happy to share with you all the leadership of Principal Professor S.V. Rathod and our AQAC team has organized 20 such webinars at the national and international level for various stakeholders of varied themes during the period of lockdown. The highlight of the webinar was webinar of new principals organized in the month of August 2020. We have received the same cooperation from Mr. Joshi and Mr. Prabhakar while planning and organizing the webinar. We all at the Bhavan look forward for your continued association with RUSA, and we will be grateful to work for your guidance. I wish you all the participants the very best in their future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. I now request Dr. Pabrekar to
No.
continue.
Madam, please continue now. No, everything is over now. Please over to.
Fine, sir. Fine. Thank you, sir. I request our librarian, Ms. K. Bindu, to introduce the chief guest for the valedictory session. Over to you, Bindu, madam.
Thank you, Manjusha ma'am. Good morning to all. It is indeed my honor to introduce the chief guest for the valedictory function, Dr. Ganesh Anand Hegde, advisor NAAC Bengaluru, is an expert academician in the assessment and accreditation arena in the country today. He has been associated with the National Assessment and Accreditation Council for more than 2 decades now in several capacities and is keenly involved in framing the assessment framework of NAAC. He has expertise of assessing and accrediting 1,400 institutions of higher learning across the country. In addition to this, he has involved himself profusely in designing and conceptualizing assessment manuals in specialized areas like health, teacher education, IQAC guidelines, best practices, publications, etc. He holds a doctorate degree in mass communication and journalism from the University of Mysore. True to his spirit, Dr. Hegde has organized several workshops for principals and faculty members for undergoing the process of accreditation. He has conducted several sessions on training programs at NAAC for vice chancellors, professors, and principals all over the country for training team experts. In addition, He has coordinated the review of 66 academic staff colleges of UGC and submitted the report. He has been instrumental bringing out the internal quality assurance guidelines and other publications. Dr. Hegde has equally contributed his professional expertise in the international arena as well. He has participated and contributed to national and international seminars on higher education, assessment and accreditation, internal quality assurance system, quality in teacher education, best practices, so on. He has been board of directors of International Network of Quality Assurance Agencies in Higher Education, INQAAHE, from 2013 to 15, which is a worldwide association of 200 organization of quality assurance agencies. Hegde is endowed with a vision to make quality and excellence the motto of his higher educational institutions in India. We are indeed fortunate to have such a versatile personality with us. May I request the Honorable Advisor, NAAC, Dr. Ganesh Hegde ji, to address the virtual gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Dr. Bindu, madam, for introducing me, and hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
मैं आप सभी को इस वेबिनार में हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। पहले मैं मुकुल सोनावाल जी को नमस्कार करता हूं और प्रणाम करता हूं। आपने इस कॉलेज को योगदान दिया है और खास तौर पर मेरे के लिए खुशी का बात है, मैं भी भारतीय विद्या भवन बेंगलुरु में पढ़ी हूं और भवंस का जो के मुंशी का जो योगदान है वो बहुत बड़ा है। जैसा मैंने पाया हूं उसके लिए मैं आपको नमन करता हूं। और श्री भवंस हजारीमल सोमानी कॉलेज ऑफ आर्ट्स एंड साइंस as well as Jairam Das Patel College of Commerce and Management Studies, Mumbai, along with RUSA, is organizing this webinar for the benefit of all the staff and the faculty member, so that what we can do for further. I take this opportunity to thank and congratulate Dr. Rathod ji, as well as the Dr. Reena Patel madam and Dr. Bindu madam, and all IQAC team for organizing this virtual gathering. I take this opportunity to thank the RUSA Maharashtra, Dr. Vijay Joshi ji and Dr. Pramod Pabrekar ji, especially the other two members, Dr. Gangurde and also the Dr. Nanavane ji, and various other people who are back of this webinar, who have been instrumental for institutionalizing the quality culture among the higher education institution. I will take around 20 minutes from you to just to share my thoughts on the IQAC, as well as the what NAAC is done from the last 1 year, and what is expected from the institutions, because at the end of the day, if India has to progress, then every higher education institution need to contribute. मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ कभी कभी मेरा योगदान क्या रहेगा, मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, or individual to the institutional level, what best can be done. As you see in the slide, आंतरिक गुणवत्ता आश्वासन सेल जो है वो आंतरिक मूल्यांकन करते हैं, जैसे सेल्फ स्टडी रिपोर्ट करते हैं वो स्वयं अध्ययन है। ऐसे ही इंटरनल क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस सेल नीड टू integrate and institutionalize many things. So in the further slide I will share with you, I always feel a small logo can be created by the IQAC of that particular institution, so that it will imbibe some of the things. मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ। आप सभी गुरुजनों को वंदना करते हुए एक श्लोक का पठन करना चाहता हूँ। अखंड मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। My respect to all the teachers who are viewing this webinar. जैसा आपको भी पता है, internal quality assurance cell is a mechanism to make sure that जब ये SSR बनाने का पहले कॉलेज में अलग अलग डॉक्यूमेंट होता है, and if you ask Professor Mukul ji, Sonawale ji, as well as the Dr. Rathod ji, वो अच्छा फैकल्टी को ढूंढेंगे क्योंकि कॉलेज में अच्छा काम करने के लिए कोई टेक्नोलॉजी ओरिएंटेड हो, कॉलेज नॉलेजेबल हो और साथ में हार्ड वर्किंग हो, ऐसा एक कोऑर्डिनेटर को चाहते हैं ताकि कॉलेज आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. क्वालिटी एनहांसमेंट इज ए वन टाइम जॉब, एक साल कर दिया दूसरा साल नहीं करेंगे ऐसा नहीं है. जैसा हम खाना खाते हैं वैसे ही एक एक दिन में ऐसा ऐसा एक कार्यक्रम योजन करना चाहिए, सो दैट इट विल imbibe in the quality culture among the higher education institutions. What I feel is that एक NAAC का आइकॉन एक वेबसाइट में कर सकता है और उस वेबसाइट में क्या लगाना चाहिए क्या नहीं लगाना चाहिए आप डिसाइड कर सकते हैं. What I suggest is that instead of at the end of the accreditation period go on digging the data, you kindly put all the data in the website, and in the website what is to be given public or not to be given, that you decide at the your level. The NAAC has recently brought out the annual quality assurance report guideline. In the guideline there are 3-4 things are there. A week back we have put up a AQAR on the frequently asked question. Many people used to ask, sir, what is the academic year for the 2019-20? For the benefit of the colleges, NAAC has decided that if they have submitted SSR in the May or April or maybe before the lockdown period, and their process is still on for the accreditation, which they have to submit the self-study report. What they have to submit is that till December 2020 data they have to give. And for the AQAR also, NAAC has taken a decision that it will be given to the institution a timeline so that December 31st 2020 का डाटा जो है 31st May 2020-21 तक आपको सबमिट करना है. If any institution has not submitted the AQAR of the previous years, kindly request them first to register in the NAAC portal, and second is the submission through the online by the NAAC portal. Now these are the new things which have come. You will be asking one question, sir, what happened to the 19, 20, 18, 19 and 17, 18, 15, 16? All the previous, in the below, there is a one more guideline is there. Those guideline is that previous years. From 2021 onwards, NAAC has brought out the new IQAC guideline. What is the new guideline? As the NAAC has made the self-study report SSR separate from the 2020 a new guideline, accordingly IQAC guideline is also revised so that there is a amalgamation of the SSR and the IQAC, and coordinator को दिक्कत नहीं होना चाहिए. इसी के लिए हमने PDF फाइल, वर्ड फाइल और डाटा टेम्पलेट सारा हमने एक सॉफ्ट कॉपी के रूप में आपको दिया गया है, so that your submission to the NAAC by the online will be helpful to you. मैं निवेदन करता हूं आप लोगों से ये सारा डाउनलोड करके आप थोड़ा थोड़ा तैयारी कर लिए, because till 2021 December the time is there, but still we have to make our activities more. Now the one criteria, just to give you an example of the new guideline, as the new guideline which has been brought out by the NAAC, standard operating procedure, and also the affiliated colleges, autonomous colleges, university, health science, various IQAC guidelines have been brought out. Now, qualitative also, in the SSR we have given the 200 words in the AQAR, but in the SSR it will be 500 words. Now, 500 words of an AQAR of a continuous 5 year will give you the 1000 word. When the 1000 words comes, you can add it to the 500 words. Now the thing is that somebody is asked about the question on the program outcome, program specific outcome, and the course outcome. I have a separate slide which I can share with you later on. The program outcome is the BA, BSc, BCom is a program. Program specific outcome. Suppose MSc Biotechnology, MSc Microbiology, MA Sociology with the clinical practices. There are some specific programs will be there. Those specific programs which they as a universities are giving you the specific to the program, you can note down those things and make a specific outcome. Now the course outcome, what is a course outcome? A course may be 2 credit or a 4 credit or a 8 credit, depending upon the program to program. Whether it is an engineering or a general or a master degree program, your course will outcome will differ. So those course outcome also, that means paper outcome. That means 1 month you may be teaching a paper. That paper you need to outcome has to be measured. Whether it is a sudden test, whether it is a project-based learning, whether it is a online examination. What is the way of you are judging the student, and also the more than the examination, it is the outcome of the student, what he possesses after the end of the course or a program has been asked by the NAAC. So institution need to prepare, teachers need to prepare. Suppose if you look into the 1.1.2 number of program where syllabus revision has been carried out. Suppose if you have made the 2 program, the revision has been done. Now 5 years down the line, you will be saying that 12 programs, the syllabus revision has been done. So it will be easy for you. So that is the reason NAAC has made this new guideline, so that it will facilitate the colleges to understand every year activity, and at the 5 year, you need not to create a new data, but the data is already available in the institution. So NAAC would like to proposes the internal quality assurance cell need to be established by all the colleges and universities. मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ कभी-कभी, suppose what is IQAC? Internalizing the quality culture is the concept of the IQAC. Now, daily we do the yoga, meditation, भस्त्रिका, प्राणायाम, और कुछ नहीं करते तो कुछ 5-10 मिनट जो है शांति से भी बैठ सकते हैं. So one of the college was telling that the 12 o'clock to 12:05 there is a one silence period will be there. What do you mean by silence? Suppose Manjusha madam is teaching the chemistry subject, let us say, and Dr. Bindu madam is teaching the library science. Dr. Reena Patel madam is the sociology teaching. Now, the classes will start at 12:05, but 12 to 12:05 there is a silence will be there in the college. Now, this silence will make you to understand, imbibe, or internalize the peace at the mind. So that is more important. So new concept can be introduced at the IQAC also. If you could not go to the yoga meditation, you can go to the gym, you can go to walking, you can go to the skipping, but at least one activity makes you to the healthy. So if the institution need to be healthy and people should be healthy. Suppose Mukulji will be asking the every faculty should come to the college and you cannot take a leave, then the health is more important. And 45 minutes taking a class is not the easy, but you have to churn out the knowledge and the concept to the students. I always feel that slogan for the IQAC means physically fit, mentally alert. Mentally alert in the sense आप पेपर लिख सकते हैं, किताब लिख सकते हैं, या तो कुछ वीडियो बना सकता है, but it is left you to decide. But physically fit and mentally alert should be the slogan for the IQAC coordinator. The government of India has brought out one more concept called the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, and also the various activities has been brought out. Now, unless you are physically fit, that means the Sharira Madhyavam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. So body is very much required. So for that one, you need to keep yourself very active. Motto of the IQAC should be with everyone, development for everyone. सबका साथ सबका विकास होना चाहिए. Every faculty need to be what to call participate in every activity. मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ और राठौर जी या तो रीना पेटल मैडम देख सकता है. Any student who comes to the college, suppose if you have 2,100 students in the college, every student should participate in one or the other activity. That means NSS में हो, NCC में हो, extension में हो, project based learning में हो, और group activity में हो, mentoring mentor में हो, any activity, or it may be the co-cultural or the cultural activity. At least one student should participate 3 activities. That means the participation is more important. मैं इसी के लिए बताता हूँ. If you look into the Government of India site, many students are taking the extreme step of the suicide. Why it is happening? Because they are not able to cope up with the stress at the level. The stress at the level in the sense, after the examination, and if you get the score less, don't worry about the जिंदगी एक में नहीं चलता है, जिंदगी बहुत कुछ है. वो करने के लिए at least you need to have that type of the sportive spirit. The IQAC should instill the sportive spirit. Quality indicator framework which NAAC has brought out. What I would like to share with you that the 62% depend upon the quantitative metric. 37% depends upon the qualitative. Now the focus should be on the quantitative metric. I'm not saying that because of the NAAC you should not do, but the most of the quantitative metrics NAAC has measured through this quantitative metrics. Now the one institution, one data should be there. I always feel that suppose if the Reena madam is asking the data and Manjusha madam is asking one data from the accounts department, it cannot be differ. It should be same data. That means suppose number of faculty attended the conference and the workshop and the amount has been paid to them. Now the two data cannot be differ from the criteria 2 to the criteria 6. Same data should be there, but interpretation may be different. But what I would like to request you that the one institution, one data should be there. The DVV, you will ask many questions during the data validation and verification. What happens is that institution claims that they are having the percentage of students having the placement is 36%. But when you look into the data, it is not 36%, it is only 16%. The data variation should not happen. So you can calculate. That is the reason NAAC has brought out the standard operating procedure as well as the data template. Use of technology, validation with the AISHE and the annual report, and also audited statement. NAAC will look all the data from the institution through the Web of Science, through the InfibNet, to the UGC, to the MHRD site, if it is a universities and affiliating university also, including the state government sites. Also NAAC will be looking about the data validation and verification. Suppose quality assessment for the self-evaluation, for example, something feedback from the different stakeholders, collected, analyzed, and action taken report, feedback on the curriculum, feedback on the syllabus, and the student satisfaction survey. Suppose Manjusha madam will be asking, sir, student satisfaction survey के लिए यही question हम use कर सकते हैं क्या? हाँ, आप कर सकते हैं. But you can make a small software of your own thing and online student satisfaction survey you can make. Before going for the NAAC also, my suggestion is that once you get suppose you have a 3,000 student, at least you communicate to 3,000 students through the email. तब आपको पता चलता है student email खोलते हैं नहीं खोलते हैं. The response will tell you that whether student is responding or not. So IQAC may conduct the green audit, energy audit, academic and administrative audit, financial audit, and a gender audit also. What is a good documentation? Why it is required? Essential part of the quality assurance system, and it should exist as a GDP. What is a GDP? good documentation practice. Good documentation practice is expected as a practice for the correct, complete, current, and consistent information should be there. Consistent in the sense, the 5 साल का जो data है वो सही होना चाहिए. It helps to reduce the observation raised for inadequate documentation practices. What I would like to share with you that some of the ideas in front of you stating that the documentation should be from the institution perspective. It should be designed, prepared, and reviewed by the highest authority. Document should be signed by the people of the appropriate authority. It may be finance officer, it may be secretary, or it may be the principal. Document should have a unambiguous contents, title, and the nature. कभी-कभी क्या होता है, title अलग है, content अलग है. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Document should be regularly reviewed. Suppose if it is a policies and procedures are there, you need to review. When a document is revised, suppose syllabus is revised, your fee structure has been revised, and you will say that a new fee structure is there, but the website में old fee structure होता है. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. And where the document requires entry data, and these entries should be clear, legible, and indeligible. That means, as the earlier speaker, Dr. Nanavane sir was telling about the documentation. The documentation makes you how the systematic you are. It should be signed and dated. सब कभी-कभी क्या होता है, suppose मुकुल सोनावाला जी एक साइन करेंगे एज ए सेक्रेटरी ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन. now नीचे डेट होने से क्या होता है, उस दिन में उन्होंने सिग्नेचर किया है. so it gives you the verification, no need to asking anybody, and it is a clear cut data will be there. Record should be made complete when the action has been taken. Suppose if the IQAC has taken an action, then the record should be uploaded in the institutional website. Now, कन्नड़ में आंतरिक गुणमट्ट भरवसा कोश जो है हम्पी यूनिवर्सिटी ने किया है, एक विद्यासागर यूनिवर्सिटी ने इंटरनल क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस सेल किया है. सो आंतरिक गुणवत्ता सेल जो है एक छोटा रूम टू कीप ऑल द डॉक्यूमेंट्स यू कैन मेक at the institution level. What about the good documentation? A good documentation constitutes all the document which are relevant versions are available. Suppose if you are having the gender audit, so एक साल का पहले आपने किया था तो दोबारा किया है, उस डेटा नहीं है वेबसाइट में और पुराना डेटा है. It should not happen. The relevant version should be given in the link in the institutional website. Document remain legible and readily identifiable. Just a retrieval of the data. Document of the external origin identified and distribution should be controlled by the institution. Prevent intended use of the obsolete documents or archiving. That means whenever you have the documentation, you kindly make a documentation is a retrievable. Observation on the poor documentation. What happens is that somebody is scanning the data which is not legible, and documentation will have the error or the not signed document. कभी-कभी हम placement के बारे में data पूछते हैं. So if you send only one white page data without the letterhead of the institution, without the principal signature, then how it will be verified? The DVV gives the sometimes the less mark because while seeing the data, they see that one, it is not a correct data, it is a cooked data. So for the purpose of the NAAC, you need not to create a data, but whatever the document you are having, you need to provide. But the document should be signed, dated, and it also includes reason for the corrections. If you have done anything, correction has been done. Sample sequence of the table, audit, and trail not documented. If not documented, it may not happen. That means, suppose somebody documentation has been asked to do, if you does not give the document, what will happen? For example, just to give an example, suppose 52 faculty members are there in the college. Now 48 people you have given the PhD certificate. 4 लोगों को नहीं दिया है. Now 4 लोगों ने recently they have submitted this what you call thesis. You thought that they have submitted, it has been approved. No, it's not like that. Now the data will come from the 52, it will come to the 48. Now, how you will be validating these things? The DVV partner will cross-validate during the SSR. But for the IQAC, we don't have the DVV process. Manjusha madam may be asking one question. Sir, जो हम AQR submit करते हैं, उसके लिए DVV process है क्या? DVV process is not there for the AQAR. AQR will be verified by the NAAC officer saying that the completeness of the data. कभी-कभी जीरो लगा देते हैं, कभी-कभी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन नहीं होता है, कभी-कभी अंडरस्टैंडिंग ठीक नहीं होता है, जल्दीबाजी में सबमिट कर देते हैं, then they wanted to edit it. So for that reason, NAAC has given an option also to the institution. Suppose Manjusha madam is working in the Jairam Das Patel College of Commerce and Management में मैनेजमेंट पढ़ाते हैं, है ना? Now, she is the IQAC coordinator. She has submitted the AQR for that 16-17. Now, one of the review comes from the NAAC stating that if you have any zero, if you wanted to edit, if you wanted to correct it, at least one time there is an opportunity has been given to the institution. Then, within 15 to 20 days, you also respond. कभी-कभी क्या है, institution respond ही नहीं करते हैं. वैसे सोचते हैं NAAC में submit कर दिया, हमारा काम हो गया. It's not like that. When the NAAC is responding to you through the portal, कभी-कभी at least हफ्ते में एक दिन तो portal खोल के देखना है NAAC ने क्या message भेजा है. Sometimes the new message come from through the portal also, because NAAC would like to interact with the institution through the portal which is available to you in the internet. The SOP, whatever are there, you can look into the NAAC SOP. Right now, for the AQAR, there is no standard operating procedure. So whatever is applicable to the SSR, the same is applicable to the AQR also. The delegation of the batch of the release of the absence of the QA manager, not recorded document. That means, suppose if you are not documenting the minutes or the agenda or the action taken report, how NAAC will consider those things? Those things, action taken report, minutes, everything should be signed by the appropriate authorities. Out of specification procedure not detailed enough, and a flow chart or a checklist is not available. In the institution, you need to make sure that you are following a certain specific documentations. Some tips for the good documentation. Record should be completed at the time of the activity. Now, suppose webinar has been done today. Within 3 days, the report has to be prepared and submitted to the principal and also to the secretary, so that it can be uploaded in the institutional website. Suppressor document should be retained for a specific time. That means if you does not want to give that document, you cannot put on the website also. Record should be retained for at least 1 year after the expiry date. So you need to make a timeline. How much time you would like to keep on the record? Suppose Mukul Sonawala ji will make an announcement in the website stating that मेरे को management के लिए एक faculty चाहिए. Now, how many days it should be in the institutional website? Whether 1 month or 15 days or 1 week. So you should make your own timeline for that one. Picture is worth 1,000 words. Suppose extension program हो सकता है और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो सकता है, जियो टैग्ड फोटोग्राफ हो सकता है. कभी-कभी मैं आपसे एक शेयर करना चाहता हूं. मंजूषा मैडम, एक दिन ऐसा हो गया है, हमने जियो टैग्ड फोटोग्राफ पूछा है, बट लोगों ने सोचा है जियो मोबाइल से फोटो लेना है करके. So they are not able to understand the geo tagged photographs to the geo mobile. So the दुनिया भर में अलग-अलग चलता है. But what I would like to share with you that one picture with a good documentation will give you the 100 what to call words. Clear examples should be given. Do not assume the knowledge. हाँ ऐसा हुआ था, ऐसा करके मत सोचिए. मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ, one nation, one data will be coming in the soon from the government of India. But what I would like to share with you that one institution, one data should be there. Then it should not differ from one person to the person. It should be one data should be there. That's how I feel that the thing. Now, coming to the one work after this webinar is over, मेरा ये निवेदन है आप लोगों से, जहां मार्क ज्यादा मिलता है सोचना चाहिए. सपोज रीना पटेल मैडम, मंजूषा मैडम एंड डॉक्टर राठौड़ सोचते हैं सर हमारा करिकुलम में 20 मार्क है, 30 मार्क है, 30 मार्क है, 20 मार्क है, ये 100 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है, हमारे को कैसे क्या मार्क मिलेगा. Now just to give you an example that the every metric, if you make the qualitative and the quantitative, and it will focus upon you that what need to be done. In the further slide I will share with you that how marking can be done. Now just to take one example of the metric, the 1.3.1 talks about the qualitative metric. Now 500 word has to be given for the validation process. Now I am combining with the IQAC as well as the self-study report. This is the self-study report which the evaluation purpose. Now 1.3.2 talks about the average percentage of the courses includes the experiential learning, project-based learning, fieldwork, internship, everything. Now the 10 mark question is there. Now this 10 mark question is the DVV, data validation and verification hota hai. Usme kya, next slide I will share with you. 1.3.3 on that particular thing, the percentage of student undertaking the field work, project work and internship. This is 1.3.3. Now, accordingly, there is a data template is there. How NAAC will validate 1.3.2? Based on this thing, program code, program name, program code. Suppose BA program, BSc program, MA program, NMSc program. Suppose institution, university is not giving you the program code, you can create your own program code so that it will match internally for you. Name of the course that include the experiential learning that you have to give, and course code you have to give if at all you are having, and 5-year data should be given. Now 1.3.3 talks about the percentage of students undertaking the field project. You have to give in that one. Now if you prepare a AQAR, annual quality assurance report regularly, then your job will be easy. मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ है ना, कभी कभी मैंने बहुत सेमिनार में बताया है 5 साल का खाना एक बार खा सकता है क्या? नहीं खा सकता है. सो 5 साल में एक बार NAAC आएगा, उस दिन हम तैयारी करेंगे. You may not be get good success. If you want success, हर दिन हमारे को सोचना चाहिए, हर दिन हमारे को काम करना चाहिए. Standard operating procedures are there. To evade your doubt, NAAC has made the standard operating procedure. क्या हम consider करेंगे, क्या हम consider नहीं करेंगे, इसका बारे में NAAC has brought out the standard operating procedure. So this type of the standard procedure is already available in the NAAC. Now, considering the metric number, considering the qualitative metric, quantitative metric, considering the standard operating procedure, considering the data template of the institution, after all the things, NAAC will be deciding about the qualitative metric and the quantitative metric. Every metric is measured on a 0 to 4 scale. Now Manjusha madam will be asking, sir, qualitative metric में 5 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है, so ये 2 मिला है, how it has been calculated? The peer team will give you on a 0 to 4 scale. आप अच्छे तरह से लिखेंगे, समझा देंगे. When they come, you explain properly, then only the more mark will be given for the here based on the peer team observation, which is only the 32%. Now, the team has given you the 4, means you will get the 20. Team has given the 2, means you will get the 10. Now, 1.3.2, 3.3 and 3.4, this quantitative metric, this will be validated through the data validation and verification by the NAAC. So there is a benchmark for every question is there. Now, for example, just to give you one example here, percentage of a student undertaking field project. There is a percentage has been put. whether it is a 30%, whether it's a 50%, whether it's a 80%, whether it's a 90%. So there is a benchmark has been decided by the NAAC, but that benchmark is not publicly available for the benefit of the institutions. But when you make this type of the activity and calculate amongst yourself, that is a self-evaluation. If IQAC makes like this, I think मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ डॉक्टर मुकुल जी एंड डॉक्टर मंजू साहब मैडम जी, कभी कभी हम सोचते हैं 80% का जो स्टूडेंट है वो उनको कैसे 90% बना सकते हैं. सो कुछ तो मेंटरिंग तो करना पड़ेगा. सो इंस्टीट्यूशन नीड टू मेंटर themselves so that they can make a good activity and good grade which they can get it at a later stage. Now IQAC is nothing but devotion and commitment. When you have a good people, कभी कभी मुकुल जी मेरे से सहमत होंगे, अच्छा लोगों का आपका फ्रेंडशिप होते तो आप अच्छा ही बनेंगे. वैसे ही कॉलेज में भी अच्छा करने के लिए you have to create your own good people, what to call good ambience, and an IQAC is nothing but devotion and a commitment people should be there. IQAC can have sustenance through the quality inculcation, a motto that can be done. आंतरिक गुणवत्ता आश्वासन सेल के लिए, it is one of the university IQAC meeting is going on, so that it will facilitate you for the churning out. नया आइडिया कहाँ से आएगा? लोगों से नया आइडिया आता है, लोगों से मिल से आता है, लोगों से बात सुनने में हमारे को नया आइडिया आता है. IQAC may create small IQAC newsletter also in the institution. The IQAC may create 7 files so that it will facilitate you better. Good documentation practice will be, if you have not done a documentation, means you have not done the activity. You cannot claim that you have done. हमारा जो साहब है अरुण निगवेकर साहब, जो मैंने 1996 में जब भी मैं NAAC में नौकरी मिले मेरे को, he was the director, but he used to tell that educational cardiograph, आपका जो health है, it has been decided by the quantitative and the qualitative metric. Institution need to run. For that one, you have to take a good stand. मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ, हरिवंश राय बच्चन जी ने बहुत साल पहले बताया है, लहरें से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों को हार नहीं होती. असफलता एक चुनौती है, स्वीकार करो, क्या कमी रह गई है देखो और सुधार करो. जब तक न सफल हो, नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम, संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़ मत भागो तुम. कुछ किए बिना जय जयकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों को हार नहीं होती. हमारा जो पूर्व राष्ट्रपति जी अब्दुल कलाम जी ने ऐसा बताया है, जो स्वप्न आपने देखना चाहिए वो नींद में नहीं है, जो स्वप्न साकार करने के लिए आपको स्वप्न देखना पड़ता है. जो स्वप्न है कॉलेज को अच्छा होना चाहिए, इसी के लिए आप भी तत्पर रहें, हम भी तत्पर रहेंगे, हम भी आपका साथ एक कदम आगे बढ़ने के लिए कोशिश करेंगे. दोनों मिलके हमारा इंडिया को अच्छा डेवलप्ड कंट्री बना सकते हैं. यही आशा का साथ मैं मेरा वाणी को विराम देता हूं. आप सभी को धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights and that motivational message which you have given towards the end of your speech. If you don't mind, with your permission, sir, kindly can we take a few questions?
Yes, madam.
Right. Sir, one question is about who is the final authority for green audit or environmental audit, and do we need to conduct these audits annually?
It depends upon the institution to institution to look into it. NAAC is throwing some idea to the institution, है ना? Now the green audit. Now छत में सोलर सेल होना चाहिए नहीं होना चाहिए, NAAC decide नहीं कर सकते. तो institution has to decide that whether we are to have the solar cell or a solar water heater in the college or not. Second thing is coming to the green audit. हर साल करने का जरूरत नहीं होता है. 2 साल में एक बार कर सकता है, 3 साल में एक बार कर सकता है. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन यू टू डू इट. 5 साल में आपने कुछ किया है क्या ग्रीन ऑडिट के लिए? नाउ आई विल कम टू दी अनदर थिंग. सपोज वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग है ना, किसी ने एक दिन बताया है, हमारा बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस में भी लिखा है एक जगह में, इफ द नेक्स्ट वार हैज टू कम, इट इज ओनली फॉर द वाटर. जब तक आप वाटर को प्रिसिशन में नहीं लेते हैं, एंड इफ यू इट डज नॉट कम, यू एज ए इम्बाइब्ड द प्रैक्टिसेस. एंड बोरवेल रिचार्जिंग हो सकता है, एसटीपी प्लांटेशन हो सकता है, और जस्ट गिव ए स्मॉल थिंग. So some place I saw a what to call small caption in the on the top of the tap. What is that one? In Kannada it has been written Nalli Saddu Maduttide. That means your tap is open. Kindly close the tap. That is the message it gives. एक दिन हम एक कॉलेज गए थे गुजरात का. Then the small slogan in the switchboard has been written. What is that one? When the sun is on, don't put the light on. That means it gives you a message that जब भी आपको जरूरत पड़े आप electricity use कर सकते हैं. Now the thing is, another college, I will just give you an example. मुंबई में भी फ्लोर में कॉलेज होता है, 4 मंजिल 5 मंजिल होता है. एक पंजाब का कॉलेज का एक उदाहरण देता हूँ. The college is written that if you are the last student to come out from the classroom, kindly see that the switch off the light and the fan in the classroom. It gives you a message that the electricity bhi karna hai. Like that, green audit gives you an indication that what college has to do it and what you can imbibe through that one. I always feel that हाँ दूसरी ऑडिटिंग एजेंसी से करना है नहीं करना है, वेदर एनवायरमेंटल बॉडी से करना है, इट्स लेफ्ट टू यू टू डू. NAAC has not made any specific guideline, but what we would like to say that one, whether you are thinking on that process of an auditing, so that what is good, what is not good, and where to improve, where to improve further, whether institution takes a initiative like that. मैं आपको एक उदाहरण देता हूँ. Suppose if you go to the महाराष्ट्र का धुले और किसी अमरावती रीजन में जाएंगे, suppose the water is more what to call sodium content will be there. Tap जो है what to call it choke हो जाता है. Now unless you make the water harvesting to the direct to the borewell, then only the what to call TDS will come down. Now, with my experience of the 15 years borewell recharging, and after listening to some lecture around 15 years back, I have made, and in our office also we have done. The thing is that the TDS content will come very less. For that one, you need to have a what to call various activities and the procedure. In some other day, if you make the criteria 7 only, I will speak to you on the detailed about the what to call energy audit, and also the thing. For your question, the every year may not be conducted, or 3 years in, like academic and administrative audit. You may ask one more question, when to conduct the academic audit. Suppose if that is the case, the second year or third year you can make, so that 2 साल और रहेगा, so that you can improve upon further. So it depends upon the institution to look into it.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. We move on to the next question, sir. Can you please explain in detail about the optional metrics and how can the institute ensure about its effective use during filling of SSR?
Optional metric is available for the criteria 3, 4, 5, 6 only. It is not available for the criteria 1, 2 and 7. Now, अरुण प्रश्न में एक कहावत आता है संस्कृत का श्लोक में, है ना, षडुद्यमा करके, means the 6 things are required for the life. सेवेंथ वन जो सूर्य का 7 का जो किरण आता है वो एनर्जी लेके आता है। वो 7वां किरण जो है हमारा इंस्टीट्यूशनल वैल्यूज एंड बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस, वो सबको जरूरी होना चाहिए। इसी के लिए उसमें ऑप्शनल मैट्रिक नहीं है। curriculum is decided by the university, then there is no option for this institution. That is the reason curriculum 1 में नहीं है। teaching learning practices, it is very much required and it has to be done. That is the reason criteria 2 में नहीं है। now criteria 3 4 5 6 में है, and every criteria maximum you can take 10 weightage. That means the maximum 30 weightage you can opt out metrics from the any metric, whether it is a qualitative or quantitative, there is no restriction. But the institution, when they click, suppose if you make 3.3, then in the end of this what you call software, you will be able to see that you have been opted out that one. If it is more than 30, your submission will not take up. So it will show you that you have made the 33 mark. So kindly reduce the what you call number of optional metrics.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, because of this pandemic, there seems to be lots of confusion about the duration of the last academic year, 2019-20.
Yes.
So there are repeated queries about when are we supposed to submit the AQAR for this particular academic year, and what duration should we count for the last academic year?
अभी 3 दिन पहले हमने नया क्वेश्चन आंसर लगाया है NAAC वेबसाइट में, वो है अप टू December 31st 2020 का डाटा दे सकता है। सिमिलर वे फॉर द SSR आल्सो, इफ ए इंस्टीट्यूशन हैज सबमिटेड जून में SSR भर दिया, अभी भी उन्होंने पेंडेमिक सिचुएशन से फाइनल नहीं किया, कभी कभी बहुत लोग 45 डेज नहीं है ना, 180 डेज भी हो गया है अभी, फिर भी we are not rejecting the SSR due to the pandemic. That is one thing. Institution need to give the data up to the 31/12/2020-25. There are two questions. One is for the SSR. For the SSR purpose, those institutions have filled the SSR. For them also 31/12/2020 का डाटा देना चाहिए। एक ये है हो गया SSR के लिए। For AQAR also 31/12/2020 का डाटा दे सकता है। फाइनल डेट, मैक्सिमम डेट वी हैव गिवन 31/5/2021। हाँ, अभी भी 2-3 महीने है, so that coolly you can submit the AQAR to the NAAC. हाँ, खास तौर पर और एक है मंजूषा मैडम, हमारा डायरेक्टर प्रोफेसर SC शर्मा जी ने अच्छा एक हमारे के लिए एक IMS है, मींस IMS मींस इश्यू मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम। इंस्टीट्यूशन के लिए इट इज ए हेल्प डेस्क ना, सो वी हैव डन दैट टाइप ऑफ द थिंग। एनी इंस्टीट्यूशन कैन आस्क एनी टाइप ऑफ द क्वेश्चन। मैं इंस्टीट्यूशन के लिए एक निवेदन करता हूँ, एक प्रश्न होते तो एक ही क्वेश्चन में पूछना चाहिए, है ना। एक ही क्वेश्चन में आप 2-2 प्रश्न पूछ रहे तो यू मे गेट ओनली वन आंसर, बिकॉज इट हैज टू गो टू दी, सपोज फाइनेंस से रिलेटेड होते तो फाइनेंस में जाना चाहिए, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव होते तो एकेडमिक में चाहिए, सो यू कैन नॉट स्प्लिट द क्वेश्चन। मेरा निवेदन है इंस्टीट्यूशन से, इफ यू हैव टू मे आस्क एनी टाइप ऑफ द क्वेश्चन एंड एनी नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन, बट एक क्वेश्चन होते तो एक ही प्रश्न पूछना चाहिए इन द IMS, so that the concerned officer will be able to answer to you from their portal.
Thank you so much, sir, for satisfactorily answering all these queries by the participants. And on behalf of Bhavan Sazarimal Suvani College, I again extend my thanks to you for your presence in this webinar, FDP, and for guiding. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry for interrupting you. मैं क्षमा चाहता हूँ आपसे। ये है NAAC is regularly organizing the एक NAAC वार्ता करके कर रहा है, एक lecture series also we are making because of the various key indicators are there. So last week we have made a institutional management system. Our director will be addressing the thing, एक हफ्ते में एक दिन, शायद वो ट्यूसडे होगा, I will send you the link to the Bhavans College so that you can circulate. और आपका email ID हमारे को देने से हम सबको एक link भेज देंगे so that they can register for the NAAC webinar. NAAC would like to interact with the institutions. That is the reason this platform has been created by our director, Professor S.C. Sharma ji. And NAAC Varta ek hai, and where you cannot interact. But in the sessions, you can interact with the NAAC. That is available every what to call Tuesday. We will be holding a webinar that is going to happen from the NAAC onwards, and that is the message which I would like to communicate to you, so that people can register in the NAAC website.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate and thank you for your valuable insights. And with all due respect, we would like to thank you for your presence and your insightful address on this day. Taking the proceedings of this valedictory function ahead, we would like to have some comments from the participants, some feedback from the participants about this faculty development programs. So now may I call upon Dr. Anuya Varti, Assistant Professor from Mithibai College, Mumbai, to give her feedback about the FDP. Bindu Madam, if you can unmute Dr. Anuya Varti, ma'am. Anuya ma'am, you can unmute yourself, yes.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm grateful to Bhavans Hazarimal Somani College for giving me this opportunity to express my views on the 1 week faculty development program. With over 1,000 participants, I'm sure the outreach of the program is evidently quite expansive. The FDP, in fact, was a great learning experience with experts addressing issues which most of us tend to brainstorm about each time we write our AQARs and SSRs, and when we have the NAAC peer team visits also scheduled. A particularly important point that struck me on day one when Dr. Vani Laturkar was addressing us was that ideation comes from the scope that is discovered. And I believe it applies to all of us individually as well as with regards to the institutions. So the program, in fact, helps us to identify that particular scope and move forward from with our strengths taken into consideration. While most of our institutions work extensively for our primary stakeholders, that is the students, I realize that the internalization of the process of quality evaluation and enhancement that came to be underlined in this particular workshop, and in order to place the policy documents in place that came to be highlighted by Vijay Joshi sir was quite significant. I think that is one of the major takeaways that I could highlight for this particular FDP that I would take from the workshop per se. I particularly found Dr. Srihari Pingle's presentations on day 2 very insightful. The clarity and the incisive presentation was highly appreciable. In fact, the discipline that he pointed out, that Sat Bara practice that he mentioned, was in fact something that is worthy of replication, whatever suits the institution. But I think this was something that stays with me after all these 6 days of the workshop. He also very effectively closed his discussion on every criterion with the areas of primary focus or priority areas which are of critical importance, which can be our checklists when we are working on our AQARs or SSRs. Dr. Deepak Nanavre's coverage of criterion 2, especially with regards to the autonomous institutions like ours, was very useful. And I understand that imbibing the practices with regards to drafting POs, PSOs, and COs is going to be a continuous learning process for us to keep reorienting towards the needs of our times, the changing times, as well as the stakeholders. Apart from this, I think the clarity with regards to the policy documents, the role of the research ethics committee, in fact, what all is required for DVV, that came out very effectively on day 4. So I think I'm thankful for day 4 on that front. When Dr. Nanavre mentioned about that organogram of the institution and the various flowcharts, in fact, it took me back to the previous NAAC peer team visit that came to our college. In fact, we had presented this as well, and it was very highly appreciated by the peer team. So I agree with sir that it is a very effective way of conveying the hierarchy, the role, and the functioning. So I genuinely understand the importance of the same. I also take away that particular point where he spoke about identifying student research projects and then which are presented in Avishkar. I think this is a very healthy exercise which I would want to speak to my colleague friends also about. Criterion 7 was knowledgeable. I mean, it opened new ideas with regards to collaboration and consultancy. It was thought provoking. But at the outset, I would like to compliment Pingre sir for the beautiful campus that he works on. The playground with 8 tracks and the well-tended gardens. This is something that is very enviable for a college that comes in Mumbai. So I would also like to place on record a special word of appreciation for the co-participants. The peer learning sessions that can come through the Q&A is something that actually brought me up to speed with the ways in which the various colleges are already working around. So on behalf of Mithibai College Autonomous Mumbai, I take this opportunity to thank all the dignitaries from NAAC Bangalore, RUSA Maharashtra, the State Project Director RUSA Maharashtra, advisors and consultants from RUSA and resource persons for the program, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, which has been very close to my heart, Principal Dr. S.V. Rathod, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Manjusha Patwardhan, and all the faculty members involved in the FDP for all the effective and insightful sessions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anuya ma'am, for your feedback. May I now call upon Dr. Panchappa Vaghmare from Solapur to kindly give his feedback about the faculty development program. Over to you, sir, Dr. Vaghmare, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Dignitaries on the virtual platform, I am Dr. Panchappa Vaghmare from AR Burla College, Solapur. I'm here to give my feedback on 1 week that FDP on AQAR submission. First of all, I appreciate and thanks to Mukul Sonawale sir and his team for organizing such a wonderful FDP on AQAR submission. I must thank to Honorable Dr. Ganesh Hegde sir, advisor of NAAC, for being here and guiding us. And I appreciate him for being available every time. I think that every institution of Maharashtra and India knows about him. It is because he has visited most of the institutions to guide them about NAAC procedures and policies. I extend my thanks to Honorable Dr. Pramod Pabrekar sir, Senior Consultant RUSA, Honorable Vijay Joshi sir, Chief Consultant RUSA, for organizing such a wonderful faculty development program. I feel very proud for our principal, Dr. S.V. Rathod sir, for his dedication to the institution and for being very every time in the college and introducing a free FDP. I must thanks to Dr. Manjusha Patwardhan ma'am, IQAC coordinator, for her smooth conduct of all the sessions. Also, I appreciate Dr. Bharat Kangude sir for his excellent sessions on criterion 3 and criterion 4. I must thanks to Professor Dr. Deepak Nanavre and Dr. Sri Hari Pingle. These are the two young brigadiers in the realm of education. Both of them covered the remaining criterion. And made the AQAR submission more simpler. So I must appreciate these 3 resource persons for giving minute details of every criterion on policies, procedures, and preparation of NAAC and even AQAR submission. Finally, I must appreciate the institution for sound technical arrangement and even time management. Thanks to everyone for inculcating a motto, cooperation and not a competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vagmare, sir. I now call upon our principal, Professor Dr. S.V. Rathod, to give his insights on the FDP. Over to you, Principal, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Manjusha, Madam. Good afternoon, one and all. Esteemed dignitaries, trustee of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and chairperson of governing body of Bhavan Hazarimal Somani College, Sri Mukulji Sonawala, the chief guest for validity function, Dr. Ganeshji Hegde, advisor, NAAC Bengaluru, office bearers of RUSA, Dr. Vijay Joshi, chief consultant RUSA, Maharashtra, Dr. P.N. Pabrikar, senior consultant RUSA, Maharashtra, the resource persons for the faculty development program, Professor Dr. Vani Laturkar, Dr. Bharat Pangude, Dr. Deepak Nanavre, and Mr. Srihari Pingle, principals, vice principal, IQC coordinators, and IQC members, and all the teaching fraternity from various colleges across the state of Maharashtra. In this era of globalization, education has become a commodity, a consumer good. We have been facing through competitions from the international institutions and universities. If you want to survive in this cutthroat competition, there is no other options but to raise our standard. It is with this purpose the NAAC was established in 1994 in response to the recommendation of National Policy in Education 1986, and this policy was to address the issue of deterioration in quality of education. Organizations like NAAC, RUSA, and IQC clusters are working hand in hand to achieve an objective and continuous improvement of colleges and universities so that all the institutions of higher education learning are empowered to maximize their resources, opportunities, and capabilities. As we all are aware, the NAAC accreditations for colleges is an integral part of the functioning of higher education institution in India. I hope that the inputs given during this FTP will enable each one of us to do the SWOT analysis of our institution, to know our strength and strive to maintain them, to identify our weaknesses and improve in the area in which we are lagging behind and make efforts to work on them till the weaknesses become our strength, to locate and tap various opportunities of growth and to face the challenges. IQAC plays a very crucial role in the overall development of the college. It requires the cooperation and contributions from all the members of the teaching and non-teaching staff as well as all the stakeholders. It is only with the teamwork that we can achieve the goal of excellence. It is the duty of each one of us to strive for quality enhancement and raise the standard of our institution so that we are at par with the international standards. Today, we have come to an end of this 1 week faculty development program. However, I do not like to call it an end. In fact, I call it a new beginning. In this faculty development program titled NAAC AQAR submission in the revised format, all the resource persons have given their valuable insights on each of the 7 assessment criteria for accreditation listed by NAAC. After listening to the inputs given by these highly knowledgeable resource persons, I am sure many of our doubts have been clarified and queries have been answered. Many of us have acquired new innovative ideas about achieving our goal of excellence, and all of us are feeling highly motivated to work towards the betterment of our respective college. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to you, Manjusha madam.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable insights. I now request Dr. Vijay Joshi, Chief Consultant RUSA, to give his concluding remarks. Over to you, sir.
Hello, this is Dr. Paprekar here.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Dr. Vijay Joshi, it seems, is very busy in some other meeting. So with the permission of Dr. Vijay Joshi and permission of all of you, I'll just take only 2-3 minutes of yours. And this is basically to thank you all on behalf of RUSA. As Dr. Ganesh Shegdi rightly said that we have to contribute and अपने को अपनापन करके काम करना है. If that is the case, then let us own this, whether it is our institute or the institute in Maharashtra, we have to own and accept the challenge. And because I only believe that if you accept the challenge, then only you can contribute something better. So it is not, it is myself and Principal Joshi, who is the retired principals, have been working still hard for almost for 12 clock hours a day. And we feel that the education the teachers from institutions should come together. And there are a number of stalwarts in the field to guide all of us. So, it is, we have to join hands in hand and see that some good output comes out of it. And Dr. Ganesh Shegde has been always there with the state of Maharashtra. Whenever he is invited, he finds some time for all of us. So Ganesh Shegde, thank you very much on behalf of RUSA Maharashtra and also on behalf of the organizers. I must compliment and thank the complete team of IQAC of Bhavan's College, including Principal Rathod, the chairperson, and he is the trustee who has permitted them to conduct this workshop. All the resource persons who have been always with us, we are all joining hands in hands and trying to do better things. We are upcoming with good number of programs. एक program, नया program दिल में चाहते हैं to do one program especially for the librarians as an information scientist. So we are working on that, and I think I request Bhavan's College principal to come out with something with the proposal. Madam Bindu has agreed that we should do, and let us involve the librarians who are also the directors of knowledge centers now, and where we'll again take input from our advisor Dr. Ganesh Shegde for that, and let us continue at least 2 or 3 days program only for the librarians or the directors of knowledge center. I think we can do better things. Let us join hands and come forward. Let us do something. Let us see that the number of institutions like Maharashtra should get assessed and accredited. The new education policy has already pointed out that there will not be an affiliate system now in time to come. So like we want to become autonomous, only 110 autonomous colleges in Maharashtra. Let us work hard for that also. Let's it is always said that quality is never it is a continuous journey. So we have to always work for the quality improvement and quality sustenance also. So with this small expectation, I thank everybody, each and every person who are here in this virtual gathering. Let us meet once again. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ganesh Shegde ji.
Namaste, sir.
Paprekar sir, and all the resource persons, directly and indirectly, those who are there, as well as I thank Mukulji Sonawala sir, in spite of his busy schedule. He has joined and encouraged all. Thank you very much.
Rathod sir,
Yes, sir.
Pabrekar sir and Manjusha madam.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
let us have one workshop with the library. I will identify 2 to 3 good librarian
Okay.
from the benefit of the even for the universities you can invite
Yes,
some
yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
बेसिकली मुंबई में ही एक अच्छा लाइब्रेरियन है टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंस में
Correct,
है
correct. Right, sir.
में है और मैं 2-3 लाइब्रेरी फ्रेंड्स जो है उनसे मैं
Please,
बात
please,
करके
please
I will
connect to me.
give you the-
Ask them. Right.
हाँ, I will give you
They will
the
do it.
experts the thing.
Yes.
Basically just to give you, it's not only library, it's to
Yes.
understand how the citation index is calculated.
Correct, correct, correct.
स्कोपस में क्या होता है, इनफिलिबिलिटी क्या लेते हैं और ई पीजी पाठशाला क्या है, ई शोध सिंधु में क्या होता है और ऐसा करके जो छोटा छोटा प्रश्न होता है लाइब्रेरी में तो
Right.
उसके बारे में हम चर्चा कर सकता है.
Yes,
And,
sir.
let us work.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We will do it.
Much, sir.
रीना मैडम
Thank you.
खुश हो जाए.
Yes, yes.
रीना बिंदु मैडम कुछ खुशी हो जाएंगे.
Yes, thank you, Pabrekar sir. Thank you, Hegde sir, for your thought-provoking ideas and motivating words. With this, we have come to the end of this one-week faculty development program. May I now call upon IQAC member Dr. Rupa Deshmukhya to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Reena madam. Good afternoon, everyone. The internationally acclaimed writer Alice Walker has rightly said, "Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say because it expresses gratitude, humility, and understanding." It is indeed my distinct honor to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Bhavan's Hazarimal Somani College of Arts and Science and Jairamdas Patel College of Commerce and Management Studies. I, Dr. Rupa Deshmukhya, extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have made this one-week faculty development program titled NAAC AQAR submission in the revised format a remarkable event and an enriching activity. At the outset, my sincere gratitude to the office bearers of Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan Rusa Maharashtra, namely Dr. Vijay Joshi, Chief Consultant Rusa Maharashtra, and Dr. P.N. Pabrekar, Senior Consultant Rusa, for collaborating with our college and making this FDP possible with their steadfast support and mentoring from time to time. It is because of their earnest support that we could embark on this academic and quality enhancement voyage, because they've been the driving force behind this FDP. I take this opportunity to thank the management of our college and Shri Mukulji Sonawala, trustee, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, and chairman of governing body of Bhavan's College for their support in organizing this FDP. My thanks are also due to our principal, Professor Dr. S.V. Rathod, who envisioned this FDP so as to reach to numerous participants across the state of Maharashtra. The entire IQAC team is grateful to our principal for his unwavering support in organizing such relevant activities which are strengthening our college. I'm very grateful to the chief guest at the inaugural function of this FDP, Dr. Pankaj Kumar, State Project Director, Rusa Maharashtra, for his valuable presence and insights, which set the tone for this FDP. We appreciate the efforts taken by RUSA in empowering institutions of higher education and facilitating leadership and governance to Maharashtra state institutions and governing councils. I thank the keynote speaker, Dr. Vijay Joshi, Chief Consultant, RUSA Maharashtra, for exemplifying the importance of NAAC in quality enhancement in HEIS. Dr. Joshi rightly said it is important to understand the ethos of the AQAR. Upgrading and bringing a change in the mindset is what is desired at present, because the entire NAAC accreditation process is a means to an end. And therefore, we must look at quality as a moving target and sustain our quest for excellence. Thank you, sir, for that inspirational keynote as we got an opportunity to develop a positive perspective to look at NAAC as a system which would give the institutions a direction, credibility, and above all, the right tools to garner quality in higher education institutions. I sincerely thank Honorable Dr. Ganesh Hegde ji, Advisor NAAC Bangalore, for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest at the valedictory function and for enlightening us on crucial aspects of NAAC and what is expected from the institutions in quality benchmarking. We are grateful to you, sir, for your highly motivating, articulate, and inspirational address. Thank you very much, sir. I'm grateful to Dr. Sanjay Jagtap, Joint Director of Panvel Region, and Dr. Yuvraj Malge, Joint Director of Mumbai Region, for enlightening us on significant aspects of NAAC and quality education on day 3 and day 4 of this FDP, respectively. And all the deliberations that we've had over a period of 6 days is because of our resource persons. So I thank our distinguished resource persons, namely Professor Dr. Vani Laturkar, Dr. Bharat Kangude, Dr. Deepak Nanavre, and Mr. Srihari Pingle for agreeing to be the resource persons and taking us through the nitty-gritty of the NAAC process and the revised AQAR submission with their very detailed, comprehensive, and yet lucid presentations. The valuable guidance that we have received from you and the RUSA office bearers will certainly help us in preparing and submitting the AQAR successfully. And we take back with us those keywords of consistency and discipline and internalization, which will help us to accomplish our goals for national development. And finally, we could embark on this journey because of our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Manjusha Patwardhan. I earnestly thank Madam for her perseverance and sustained support. Her persistence and commitment towards the betterment of our institution is worth emulating. Thank you very much, Madam, for being the backbone of this FDP. I thank all the IQAC members, namely Ms. Bindu, Dr. Varsha Malha, Dr. Vijay Hille, Ms. Reena Patel, for coordinating so effortlessly and effectively. I thank our technical team, namely Dr. Sandeep Main and Mr. Harshad Janjarkia, for enabling facilitation of this online FDP very smoothly. I thank all the faculty members of our college for their participation and all those who have directly or indirectly participated in successful organization of this FDP. Most importantly, I express my sincere gratitude to our participants. Your keen interest and enthusiasm is highly commendable. We are truly overwhelmed with the positive feedback and look forward to a fruitful association with all the participants in future as well. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. So the program is over, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. And see that your
Rathod sir,
examination.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Success is
Rathod sir, Manjusha ma'am.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you very much. Hegdeji, I'll be in touch with you. I'll contact you and then get the information from you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we will do the program.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.